Hello everyone, how are you? Today I'm going to show you how we do the traditional long division and how we used to do long division in the past, and then I'm going to teach you an easier way of doing division. So for example, 39 divided by 3 equals, and then we draw the long division sign. So today I'm going to show you how we represent long division using different strategies. So we're going to use the place value maps, then we're going to investigate the quotient and remainder, and then I'm going to show you the easiest way and the shortest way to do long division. Let's begin with the place value maps. I'm going to use the chart, the place value map. I'm going also to use base 10 blocks. I'm going to write my problem on the top here. My problem is 12 divided by 3. So in order for me to do this, I need to divide this into 3 parts. So 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to represent 12 using my place value or base 10 blocks. And then I'm going to distribute this into 3 parts. So I'm going to start with the ones, 1, 2. I don't have any ones left, so I'm going to replace this 10 by 10 ones. And 10. Now I have 10 ones replacing this 1 10. I can now divide those into 3 parts. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to put 1 in each part, and again. And here I have 4 in each group, or 4 in each part. So when you ask yourself a question, how many you have in each group, usually the answer is our quotient. So how many I have here? 4. 4 is my quotient. Now, instead of using the place value math, I'm going to show you another way of doing this using equal groups. And to start investigating the quotient and the remainder using equal groups. So my problem is 13 divided by 2 equals. So the question here, how many times does 3 go equally in two groups? So I'm going to draw 2 groups. In this case, I'm going to use the Play-Doh to show equal groups. I'm going to put 1 dot in each group. 1, 2. I still have more, so I'm going to put more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now, if I ask myself the question again, how many I have in each group? I have 6 here, and I have 7 here. And this is not equal. This is against. This is not division. This does not make equal or fair division. So in order to do this, we need to take away 1 and we put it here. So each group now has 6 equally with 1 extra. So my quotient now is 6 with a remainder of 1. This is how we write a quotient with a remainder. So this extra or leftover, we call it a remainder. Now, using all of these strategies, the equal groups, place value charts, using the manipulatives like the Play-Doh and the base 10 blocks, now it is our turn, or it's the time to move to our next step and start using only symbols, start using only the numbers in the long division. I'm going to show you the easiest way of doing long division using very simple steps. First of all, I'm going to start with a small number. So my problem is 9 divided by 3. I'm going to draw the stage, which is the long division sign. 9 goes inside, and the divisor, which is the smaller number, goes outside. Now I need to think, how many times does 3 go in 9 equally? In order to do that, the first step we need to do is to draw a line here. And here is going to be our answer. At the beginning of this video, we saw that we usually put the answer on top of the stage. on top of this sign, but now I'm going to use another way. It's not the traditional way, it's the new way of doing long division that shows understanding of numbers. Alright, so let's start taking away 3's from 9. So first time I'm going to take away first a 3. So 9 minus a 3 is 6. Each time I take away 3, I write 1 here because I took away 1 3 only. Now, do I still have more 3's here? The answer is yes. So I'm going to take take away another 3. So 6 minus 3 is 3. Don't forget to add 1 here. Each time you're subtracting, you're adding 1. And the question is, do I still have more 3's? What do you think? Of course, yes. So I'm going to take away another 3. And now I have a 0. Do I have more 3's? No. But never forget to add 1 for subtracting or taking away a 3 each time. Now, how many times we took away 3? We took away 3 times. So our quotient is 3. That's the simplest and easiest way of doing this. But the question is, if I have 2-digit numbers, how am I going to do it? I'm going to show you in a bit after I clean up all of this mess. Now, working with bigger numbers, like for example, if I have 42 divided by 2. First of all, we're going to draw the stage. We're going to put the bigger number inside and the smaller number outside, the number I'm dividing by. And then the most important thing that needs to be done is to draw our line with the answer, because our answer actually goes here. Now, when I have a bigger number, first thing I need to do is to decompose this number. Decomposing the number means thinking how many 10's I have and how many 1's I have in this 2-digit number. 42 is actually a 40 and a 2. I'm going to write this on the side so I never forget that 42 is a 40 and 2. It's not a 4 and 2 because 4 and 2 makes 6. It's a 40 and 2. And the first question is, how many times does 2 go in 40? Now, if I am not sure, I'm going to say it goes 10 times in 40. So I'm going to start with 10 2's. 10 2's is 20. Let's subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Actually, it's 40 minus 20 is 20. So my answer is 22. Do I still have more 10's? Yes, I do. So how many times does 2 go in 20? I'm going to say it's 10 times again. Let's try. 10 times 2 is 20. 2 minus 0 is 2. 20 minus 20 is 0. Do I have more 2's here? The answer is yes. So 2 minus 2 is 0. And I'm going to write 1 only here because I'm only subtracting 1 2. Here I subtract 10 2's and here I subtract 10 2's. This is why I wrote 10, 10 and then I wrote 1. And never forget, each time you subtract, you should write an answer next to it. Now let's calculate and let's see how many we have altogether. I have 10 and 10 is 20 and 1 is 1, 21. So my quotient is 21. There is another way of doing this, and this is the fun part of it, that students can choose whichever way they want to do it. And in order to apply this, I'm going to show you this in a bit. Because as I mentioned that there are many different ways of doing one problem or solving one problem, I kept the same problem and I want to show you how we do it. So never forget to draw our line, which will have our answers. And again, I'm going to use this number, which is decomposed number of 42. It's 40 and 2. Now my question is, how many times does 2 go in 40? Some people would say it's maybe 10. But other kids might guess that there are 22's in 40 because they know the fact that 2 goes in 4 2 times. And now this is not a 4, this is a 40, which is 10 times bigger. This means that the number will be 10 times bigger. So 2 goes in 40 20 times. I'm going to write 20 here. Now 20 times 2 is 40. Let's subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 40 minus 40 is 0. Do I still have more 2's? The answer is yes. So how many 2's does go in 2? There is only 1 2. 1 times 2 is 2. And my final answer is 0, which means that I don't have any extra or leftover number. My answer or my quotient is 21, and as you noticed, it's exactly the same as the first answer I got when I solved it in a different way. Kids may use or may choose to use any different way or any way that makes them feel comfortable when solving problems. It's very important to draw this line to show our quotient. It's very important to think of tens and ones instead of thinking this is a 4 and 2, it's 40 and 2. It's very important to know our number facts and decompose numbers in order to help us apply the steps of long division. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and at the end of the lesson and at the end of the video I'm going to leave you a problem where you can solve it by yourself at home.